Okay, well, what did you think about this year's SWAGIR award, and how did the judging go? Like, what was the process?
Yeah, it was a great process, actually. We had about 10 people raise their hand to volunteer to participate in the SWAG competition. We talked about the 5 finalists yesterday, and I think it was really valuable, again, along those same lines of having people be able to share what they're doing with SAVO and some of the really cool, innovative things. You saw the GMC presentation, Zebra, they both participated in the award. And so I think that was really valuable for everybody. And then we really judged and had everybody vote on 3 categories. So it was really by peer voting, it wasn't really judging. The 3 categories were really sort of innovation in the sales enablement discipline itself, an innovative use of SAVO technology to support that, and then the third piece was really the business value that was derived. And so we tallied up all those scores. It was a very close competition. I think the difference between first and second place was only ½ a point, and it was only 3/4 of a point difference between 3 through 5. So a lot of very, very compelling, very interesting presentations, and a very narrow margin between all of the presentations.
Well, great. I know in the past we had a trophy involved, but I think you guys have something new planned this year.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, we do.
So why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah. So you may notice we do have a traditional trophy, but the leadership group, and I do have to thank the leadership group. This wouldn't be possible without the leadership group. So Tom Forrester as president, Laura certainly as vice president, Eric Spatzer as a VP and product liaison, and Ruth Chatterton as our secretary. The SAVO User Alliance group wouldn't exist without them. But we got together and decided we wanted a fun trophy. So what says SWAGIR better than a championship boxing belt? So
well
the winner gets the belt. It's a little bit like the Stanley Cup. We get their name engraved on there. There's plates around the belt, so you guys can come up and take a closer look at it. But we wanted to make it a little more fun.
Absolutely. Well, great. Well, I want to thank both, obviously you, Laura, for your leadership and involvement, and then Chris, obviously, for your direction this last year. It's been outstanding how it's developed and really, flourished. So I would like to, obviously, with the drum roll here, my pleasure is to announce this year's winner. And this year's winner is PTC. So, so unfortunately, PTC has their sales kickoff, I believe, this week. So they are going to participate via video. So if you could roll the video, great.
On behalf of the PTC Sales Enablement Organization, it's my honor and privilege to receive this innovation award from SAVO and the SAVO user community. I want to thank my team, Lisa Casello, Rick Newton, Nisha Parekh, and Adrian Parks for their great work on this project. What we asked the team to do was go off and take a fresh look at how we develop and serve up sales enablement content. And I think they did a phenomenal job. This is just one step in our journey using SAVO to help our organization sell better. We also use this platform in a virtual launch environment. We asked our sellers to go take virtual sales enablement content. We now have all of them down here in Orlando with us, and they're now actually experiencing the content that we developed for them and hosted in SAVO last week. Unfortunately, we can't be with you this week, but we'll be with you next year at the SAVO User Conference. Thanks again, and I always say, good selling starts with great enablement.